Era was a curious and adventurous fairy who loved to explore the magical forest where she lived. She had many friends among the animals and plants, but her best friend was a squirrel named Nutty. Nutty was always ready to join Era on her quests, even if they sometimes got into trouble. One day, Era and Nutty decided to visit the Enchanted Garden, a place where the most beautiful and rare flowers grew. They had heard stories about a secret flower that was hidden somewhere in the garden, a flower that had the power to grant wishes. Era and Nutty wanted to find the flower and make their dreams come true. They flew over the garden, admiring the colorful blossoms and the sweet fragrance. They saw roses, lilies, orchids, sunflowers, and many more. But they did not see the secret flower. They wondered where it could be. Maybe it's in the center of the garden, Era suggested. Let's go there. They flew towards the middle of the garden, where a large fountain stood. The fountain was surrounded by a hedge of thorns, and a sign that read, "Keep out. Danger." Era and Nutty were not afraid of a little danger. They were too curious to see what was behind the hedge. They found a small gap in the thorns and squeezed through. They gasped when they saw what was inside. There was a huge cage made of metal bars, and inside the cage was the most beautiful flower they had ever seen. It was a rainbow-colored tulip, with petals that shimmered like jewels. It looked like a treasure. "Wow," Era said. "That must be the secret flower. It's amazing." "It's also trapped," Nutty said. "Look, there's a lock on the cage. And a key hanging from the fountain." Era and Nutty felt sorry for the flower. They wanted to free it from the cage. They flew towards the key, but as soon as they touched it, they heard a loud noise. The fountain started to spray water in all directions. And the hedge of thorns began to close. "Oh no," Era said. "We're trapped too." They tried to fly out of the gap, but it was too late. The thorns had sealed the entrance. They were stuck inside the cage with the flower. They looked around, hoping to find another way out. But they only saw a sign that read, "Beware of the gardener. He does not like visitors." They wondered who the gardener was, and why he had locked the flower in the cage. They hoped he would not come soon. They decided to talk to the flower, maybe it could help them. They flew closer to the flower and said hello. The flower did not answer. It did not move. It did not seem to be alive. Era and Nutty felt disappointed. They had hoped the flower would be friendly and magical. But it was just a pretty decoration. They sat on the edge of the cage, feeling sad and scared. They wished they had never come to the garden. They wished they could go back to the forest. Suddenly, they heard a voice. It was soft and gentle, like a whisper. "Hello, little ones," the voice said. "Don't be afraid. I'm here to help you." "Who are you?" Era asked. "I'm the secret flower," the voice said. "The one you came to find. I'm not the tulip. The tulip is just a disguise." "Then where are you?" Era asked. "I'm right here," the voice said. "Look closer." They flew closer to the pearl and saw that it was not a pearl at all. It was an eye. A bright blue eye that blinked at them. They gasped. The flower was the eye. "Hello," the eye said. "I'm glad you found me." Leela and Nutty were amazed. They had never seen anything like this before. "Who are you?" Era asked again. "I'm a fairy," the eye said. "Like you." She appeared in a circle in front of them in the form of a fairy they could see now but was not yet free. She talked to them. "I'm special. I'm the last of my kind." "The last of your kind?" Nutty asked. "I am a wish fairies. We have the power to grant wishes, but we can never leave our flowers. We are bound to them for eternity." "That's terrible," Era said. "It is," the eye said. "But it's also a blessing. Because our flowers are our homes, our friends, our guardians. And they keep us hidden from those who want to use us." "Who wants to use you?" Nutty asked. "The gardener. He wants to make me his slave. He wants to make me grant his wishes. He wants to rule the world." "That's horrible," Era said. "But he can't get me because he doesn't know the truth that I am not tulip." "Who wants to use you?" Nutty asked. "The gardener," the eye said. "He's a wicked wizard who wants to steal my power. He wants to make me his slave." He wants to make me grant his wishes. He wants to rule the world. That's horrible, Era said. It is, the eye said. But he can't get to me. Because he doesn't know the truth. He doesn't know that I'm not the tulip. He thinks the tulip is the secret flower. He thinks the tulip has the power. He's wrong. Then why did he lock you in the cage? Nutty asked. Because he's afraid, the eye said. He's afraid that someone else might find me. Someone who might free me. Someone who might be my friend. Someone like you. Era and Nutty felt a warm feeling in their hearts. They felt a connection with the eye. They felt like they had found a new friend. We are your friends, Era said. And we want to free you. But how can we do that? You can't, the eye said. Not by yourselves. You need help. You need magic. They made a decision. They made a choice. They made a wish. They wished for the same thing. They wished for the eye to be free. The eye heard their wish. The eye felt their wish. The eye granted their wish. The eye glowed with a bright light. The light spread to the tulip. The tulip burst into flames. The flames burned the cage. The cage melted away. The eye was free. The eye flew out of the ashes. The eye grew bigger and bigger. The eye changed shape and form. The eye became a fairy. A fairy like Era and Nutty. A fairy with wings and hair and clothes. A fairy with a smile and a voice and a name. A fairy named Iris. Iris hugged Era and Nutty. Era and Nutty hugged Iris. They were happy. They were free. They were friends. They flew out of the garden. They flew over the forest. They flew towards the sun. They did not see the gardener. They did not hear his scream. They did not care about his anger. They only cared about each other. Always help others when they need you. That's true happiness, which in real give you peace. If you like my video, please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you.